luckily, he know that he was taught by my mom to introduce people to me when they stare. But luckily, anybody have any questions?
Okay, we have one over here. What's your name?
Jason.
All right, Jason.
Do you like helping people?
Of course, absolutely. I'm all about that. And speaking of which, a little earlier, yesterday or last night, I guess, I made, to help out, I made some CDs for the smaller kids here at Farmdale. Well, and to be honest with you, these are the same albums that I used to have on cassette that they gave me at a school for the blind over there off of nearby Paramount Studios called Francis Flynn. And
Matthew is also, he's gone to convalescent homes to talk to the people there that may not have any visitors.
yeah.
And when he has an opportunity, he'll go to the hospital and visit someone who's ill, try to encourage them.
And many times I often either share with them a piece of scripture from the Bible or pray. So it's very important thing.
That's cool.
Anybody?
Oh, yes. What's your name?
Antonia.
Antonia.
All right, Antonia, what is it?
How can you not see, like when you were just a baby?
Well, yeah, since birth. I've been that way ever since birth, and to be honest, my mom took out of this when she saw me in a crib. She got startled because, well, I got startled because I couldn't see, and from then on, she became a little mad. But then she finally found the right help to, to give me the treatment I needed. And a year later, I went to Francis Flynn, where they do have kids like the ones next door. And luckily, I've also been able to go to different schools and interact with other kids that could see.
What schools did you go to?
Right here. What's your name?
Jason.
Oh, Jason.
All right, Jason.
How do you walk without bumping into stuff?
That's simple. See, Linda, where's the cane? Oh, this here is a cane, and it's almost like a broom.
Like a stick?
Pretty much, but you just sway it from here to there and everywhere else in between. And luckily, when you've already learned, roots and things, and you know how to use it, it'll be very important to you, when you're out and about. That's why at schools like Francis Flynn, they offer this kind of training. They call it O&M, Orientation Mobility. And
yeah, they teach them when they're very little to use the cane to walk.
2 or 3.
That's a very good question. Back there with the white guy.
Anthony.
Anthony. Okay.
Do you know anything of being nice to Paul and you?
Maybe about your relationship with Paul.
Oh, yeah. Well, I try to do what I can with him because maybe every now and then I'll play with him, like, we'll do Ninja Turtles or that sort of thing to keep him busy. But
I was playing that.
well, not really that, but more like a acting out where I'm Splinter and he's Shredder, something like that. But not very much because unfortunately, the only one when he's around, the only one that he looks up to is our middle brother that's only 20. But luckily, he has sight in one eye, and I guess because of that, he seems more comfortable. But with me, he's fine now and then, and he does great. In fact, last year I went to the outlets, and my mom, my dad got kind of mad at some lady with her kid staring at me because I couldn't see. But then my mom told him, Paul, you should introduce yourself, introduce your brother to the people when they stare at him. So he has an idea of what it's like to have a blind brother. So.
Good question. Anybody
Great.
else? Okay, we'll take 2 more questions and then, okay, what's your name?
Alexander.
All right.
I hope maybe you will go to the doctors or you will fix your eyes.
Impossible.
In
I've
nature.
been that way since birth. That's something you can't change.
Sometimes they can fix things, sometimes they can't. Even with deafness and any other
You can see,
disability.
you have to see it in the kind of different things. You see like a door, like a pop
Nothing.
thing, and popcorns.
Absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
they see with a lot with their hands.
You just, let's say you find a doorway. You just feel a knob with your hand or the inside.
That's a very good question.
But back when I was your age, when I went to Francis Bland, luckily, by every classroom, the rooms were numbered in braille.
And that's actually by law now, right? At all universities everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
I believe so, but this, this also was in effect over at Francis Bland, the
Cool.
school where I went,
Did
which
someone
is
hear
nearby
another
Paramount.
question? Your name?
All right.
Why do you need those glasses to see?
Well, this way, if I'm talking, for example, you don't, you're not all curious, like to see how, you don't say, why do his eyes move like that?
That's a good question. Okay, let's see. You had another question? Yes.
Like,
Your name again?
Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sorry. What about when you're a boy, you have your own best friend Paul, and then you
Well,
play video games?
Back then, Paul wasn't born.
Oh.
I was the first one. Well, I had another one that's still around named Nick. He's 20, but video games, honestly, that wasn't my thing. And
Yeah.
even if
Because you can see?
yeah, and when they tell you shoot now, it becomes kind of unbearable. That
Oh, I get it. Because he can see, because he don't know how to see with the video game, because maybe he can see the enemies and gun shooters.
Right, so they'll do some other type of game where it doesn't require.
So what kind of games do you like to do?
Well, if we have the supplies, beeper baseball. Because see, when I was much younger,
Explain what that is.
this is where like the ball will have a beeper, and you just run to it, and then before that you just swing. I'm not really sure how to explain this. I wish my dad were here, but
Yeah, it's a ball
No,
that
well.
has a beep in it, and a beep, a sound, so you know where it's at. Beep, beep. So if you throw it to him or roll it, he knows where to get it, and so that,
or where to run to it
right?
Right.
if it rolls.
Excellent.
But the main thing here, I really encourage you is to respect those like me that aren't able to see or walk or hear or talk, because they want to be your friends too. I can guarantee you that, and they'll really like having you around.